Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into something pretty special. It's the story of an independent web series from India. One that really didn't just break the mold, it kind of exploded it, totally capturing the digital world's imagination.
Yeah, we're talking about Pehla Chakravyuh Chalava.
It's this supernatural thriller that honestly defied all expectations. It started small, relatively speaking, and became this global thing.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've gone through, tons of reviews, news articles, and crucially, insights straight from the creators themselves. Our mission, really, is to figure out how this self-made production, often called India's first independent drama thriller series, got so big.
And why it connected so deeply, from just being on YouTube to suddenly trending on major streaming platforms. It's quite a journey, a real worldwide phenomenon, as they say.
So how did it all kick off? Let's rewind a bit. Imagine this. You've got a show, seems really compelling, unique vision, and it was actually first pitched to Netflix India. Huge platform, right? Global reach. Right. But then the deal just didn't happen, fell through. And for most projects, that's kind of the end of the line, isn't it? Back on the shelf it goes.
Totally. But this is where it gets interesting. The executive producer, Ankit Vatsa, and the team at DK Films, they made a really bold call. Instead of just giving up, they did something pretty radical.
They decided to release Pehla Chakravyuh Chalava themselves directly onto their own YouTube channel. This was back in August 2022. And you have to remember, DK Films was mostly known for sci-fi and fantasy stuff before this.
Yeah, there's superhero universe, right? With Mahakal and Suboy.
Exactly. So putting Chalava on YouTube was a big pivot for them, a deliberate move into mass entertainment. And wow, did it work out differently than expected?
It really did. Because what happened next was, well, pretty amazing. No big marketing budget, no huge PR push. And the series just went viral, properly viral, organically.
Yeah. The numbers were staggering. On Facebook alone, just scenes, clips from the show, they racked up over 70 million views. And fans knew it instantly. You'd see comments like, "Yeah, seen Chalava Sahai. This scene is from Chalava."
Which is incredible recognition, just from clips. So it really makes you wonder, in this super crowded digital world with giant studios and marketing everywhere, how does an independent show do that? Become India's first independent drama thriller series, basically overnight.
Well, I think a key part of it was its relatability and authenticity. People are kind of tired of the same old big budget formulas sometimes. Chalava felt raw, different. It tapped into local folklore, these deeper psychological fears. That connection felt more real than any big ad campaign.
That makes sense. It's like the content itself became the marketing. So, okay, beyond the whole production backstory, what about the story itself? What was the hook that really grabbed people?
Well, I think what's really captivating is that Chalava, at its core, isn't about cheap scares, jump scares and gore. It goes deeper. It explores this really haunting idea that what you believe can actually literally shape your reality.
Ooh, okay. That's immediately more interesting than just a standard horror flick.
Definitely. So the plot follows this new police officer, Ashish Dutta, and he gets this assignment: escort a serial killer named Chalava, which, means illusion from one prison to another.
Just escorting a serial killer? Sounds intense enough.
But get this, the rumors about Chalava are that he's responsible for 70 murders, but he never physically touched the victims, just by looking at them, or maybe messing with their minds. It's the psychological angle that just hooks you.
Wow, 70 murders. Just by looking. Can you imagine being Ashish Dutta taking that job on?
Apparently previous officers actually quit. They were too scared.
I don't blame them.
So Ashish and his team, you've got actors like Rituraj Singh, Akshay Shrivastava, Shashi Prakash Chopra, and Saurav Gautam playing Chalava himself. They set off on this 6-hour journey through Uttar Pradesh rural areas, and as they travel, their own beliefs start to crumble.
How so?
Well, they hear locals whispering about curses, weird symbols start appearing, and that line between superstition and what's actually real just dissolves for the characters and for us watching.
Sounds like a total mind bender. Keeps you questioning everything.
Exactly. And it masterfully plays with these themes: black magic, local folklore, superstition. The dialogue, too, gets mentioned a lot in reviews. People found it really important, meaningful, philosophical even.
Trying to explain these complex ideas in a way that works, that sounds accessible?
Yeah, precisely. Even the teaser had lines that stuck with people. That one quote.
He can kill anyone without even touching them.
Yeah.
People call him Chalava.
That's the one. Chilling, right. Sets the whole tone instantly.
It really does. So, this brings us to the how. How did Dushan Kapoor, the creator and director and DK Films, actually make this happen? Especially with what everyone noted was a pretty limited budget. How did they achieve that quality?
Yeah, that's where the story gets really inspiring, I think. Reviewers did sometimes point out, the visual effects weren't blockbuster level, but almost everyone praised the direction. The cinematography by Anand Badonia was called raw and effective, and the music.
Music by Lovepreet Singh. Yeah, I read the background score. The BGM was superb. Really built the tension.
Absolutely. It perfectly matched that dark tone, the color grading. They really did go beyond what you'd expect. They delivered this premium feel on, apparently, a shoestring. But it wasn't easy. Not at all.
Right. Dushyant Kapoor talked about that, didn't he? The shares of difficulties.
He did. He called Chalava one of his dream projects, something the whole team worked extremely hard on. And he mentioned a huge hurdle, a legal fight. A Mumbai production house claimed the script was similar to theirs.
Oh, wow. That must have been incredibly stressful.
Totally. It put the whole series on hold for months. It nearly got shelved completely.
But DK Films didn't back down.
Nope. They stood firm, fought it, and eventually the claims were dismissed. That kind of resilience. It says a lot.
It really does. Talk about dedication.
And for Dushyant, the connection was even deeper, almost mystical. He shared this incredible story about how he felt he actually lived this.
What, like the stuff they wrote started happening in real life?
Kind of, yeah. He said, whatever events we wrote in fiction eventually started happening in real life. It's eerie, right? And he even credits Lord Mahadev, saying an earlier version of the script wasn't blessed. It was only after a pilgrimage to Kedarnath that he wrote the version they actually filmed.
That's quite something. That deep personal belief combined with just sheer hard work. It feels like that's what really fueled it, allowing them to overcome those massive obstacles, budget limits, legal fights, everything.
Exactly. And all that dedication, that hard work, it paid off big time. Chalava wasn't just some flash in the pan on YouTube. It started climbing onto major streaming platforms.
Yeah, this is where it gets wild. It lands on Disney Plus Hotstar, which is huge in India, millions of users. And it doesn't just appear, it trends. Number 3, for a whole month.
Right next to massive Bollywood films. It was just behind Brahmastra, that huge Ranbir Kapoor, Aaliyah Bhatt movie at number 1, and Legends of Hanuman at number 2. For an independent show to do that, it's almost unheard of.
Shows really struck a chord, right? That emotional connection people talk about.
Definitely. Something maybe those bigger budget films couldn't quite capture in the same way.
And it wasn't just India, was it? It went international.
It absolutely did. On Vire Network, that's a US-based streaming platform, it hit number 1 in its category within a day. A single day. And it stayed at the top of their charts for a month.
So truly a worldwide phenomenon, not just an Indian indie hit, but a global one.
No question. And if you look at the bigger picture, the numbers are just huge. Across all platforms, YouTube, Hotstar, Airtel Xstream, Vire Chalava has clocked up over 250 million streams.
250 million, wow.
Yeah. That makes it DK Films' most watched thriller ever. And one of the biggest Indian supernatural IPs, original concepts, created independently, outside of their superhero stuff. Fans on YouTube were saying things like, it was better than half the OTT thrillers out there.
High praise. And praising the storytelling over cheap scares?
Yeah.
That must have felt like huge validation.
Oh, absolutely. For an indie project focused on story, that's massive.
So what's the latest? The story doesn't end there, right?
Not at all. Now, maybe 3 years after it first came out, Chalava is finding this new, really resonant audience. Right in India's heartland.
Like a full circle moment.
Kind of, yeah. It's been re-released on Stage App. That's a platform focused on regional languages. So now you can watch Chalava in Haranvi and Rajasthani dialects.
Oh, interesting.
Haran Satya from Stage App put it nicely. He said, Chalava's roots were rural. It's based on stories that belong to these regions. Now people can watch it in their own language. Feels like a real homecoming for the show, connecting it back to its roots.
And they got new voice actors for the dubs, keeping the original feel.
Yeah, apparently the voice work is really good, stays true to that original intense tone.
That's great. And the story itself. The Chakravyuh, the labyrinth. It's not over.
Doesn't sound like it. DK Films is teasing more, an expanding universe. They've announced Dusra Chakravyuh, Maya the Second Labyrinth, Illusion coming later this year.
And promising it'll be
darker, deeper, and deadlier.
Okay, so Pehla Chakravyuh wasn't just a one-off. It's the start of something bigger.
Looks that way. A whole new horror mythology universe, maybe. And it really earned its place, didn't it? Through sincerity and craft, as someone put it. It went viral not because they planned for it, but because it was made with heart.
Such a journey. From that risky independent YouTube launch facing all those challenges, to trending globally next to Bollywood giants and now finding this deep connection in regional languages, it just highlights the power of a unique story, Dushyant Kapoor's incredible hard work, and that sheer grit from the whole DK Films team.
It really does. The story of Chalava is such a powerful reminder, isn't it? That amazing, impactful stuff doesn't always need the giant budgets or the celebrity faces. Sometimes it really is just about a compelling story, creators who are willing to, go beyond, fight for their vision, and just defy the odds to connect with people. Authenticity and passion can cut through anything.
So thinking about all this, what really stands out to you, our listener? Is it the chilling story of Chalava itself, that psychological aspect? Or maybe the incredible behind-the-scenes story, the resilience, the hard work of DK Films? Or just how this little indie show became this massive global thing and then came home again?
It definitely makes you think what other hidden gems are out there. Independent stories may be struggling right now. That could be the next big thing just because they're being made with heart.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely encourage you, if you haven't already, seek out Pehla Chakravyuh Chalava. Find it on YouTube or the other platforms, experience it for yourself. Maybe you'll catch some of those really distinct, chilling Chalava dialogues that hooked millions.